So guys, welcome to my channel again. If you're watching this, you're probably a rock hound or a gemologist or just someone who's into geology. Anyway, this past week I've been up to the world famous mineral locations around Bancroft, and of special significance, both historically and mineralogically, was my recent visit to the old Richardson mine at Eldorado, site of Ontario's first gold rush. Now, as Rick Mercer said, if there's nothing else to do, follow Highway 62 to Eldorado. So I took his advice and did just that. The town, the history, both have been written of in countless books, including my own. But as Kim Woodside, the property owner, points out, it seems that everyone has forgotten that Eldorado is a real place, just north of Belleville on Highway 62. And over the last decade, she's actually been rediscovering what exists there on the property. She actually bought the property without even realizing that there was a gold mine on it. She's found shafts, the mills, equipment, piles of rock, potentially gold bearing, and most intriguing, learning what's written of is not always accurate. So apparently Eldorado leaked gold out of its seams like a sieve. It's claimed that everything but the Richardson mine was barren. Not so, according to Kim. And also, for the offers that she's received as of late, it would lead me to suspect that others might also think the same thing. In other words, there's still gold kicking around that area. Too much further, I'd like to point out that she now offers tours and rockhound experiences for those who'd like to try them. To possibly pan on her property, to just go through the various piles of debris from the mines, or maybe just to descend into that sort of gold cavity where Marcus Powell had initially found this 3,000 ounces of gold, and which actually set off the Eldorado rush. So what is this?
This is, we're now on Richardson Street.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Now, it's 42 by 60 feet.
Uh-huh.
It was able to crush 50 ton of rock a day. And it lost all of the gold out the back and back into there.
The gold could well be under the swamp still.
It is. If it fizzes, that's one of the traits that you need for it to have gold.
If the quartz fizzes, okay.
Yes, if it doesn't fizz, go on to your next site. You won't find any gold in that.
Okay.
You have to have the black lines, hornblende.
Hornblende, okay.
You have, your quartz has to fizz.
Right.
And then if you were to talk to any of the old timers around here, they would tell you that look for the red. The apple tree was there, but it didn't survive. It finally came down.
Okay. So right there is that building, and then the fence line, which I just showed you in the picture, is right here. So when you're visiting, this is the place to see history in a very raw, untouched form. And you can discover it just by walking around and comparing the old pictures to what's actually laying in the land.
It has water in it.
Oh, nice. I see what you're saying. Oh, this actually goes under. That actually goes into a tunnel.
Yes, and it comes out into those other two.
Oh, the two up there. Okay, I see now. I see what you're saying. And so he had no idea he was coming up against gold. He thought it was copper.
Absolutely. They weren't looking for gold. He was prospecting for copper with a German guy.
And we're talking, okay, so we're talking Marcus Powell, the prospector. He came up from Madoc. And what year was it again? 1863, you said?
1863.
Okay. Oh, look at this, yeah.
Little cave ladder down there.
That's the cave.
Rope ladder.
Oh, that's mine, so you can get in and out really easy. There, here's his blast hole, his blast mark.
Okay.
Right? So
Okay.
as he started digging this out, the ground gave way. And that's the cave.
That's it down there. Amazing.
That's it
That is so cool. And it was 3,000 ounces of gold.
Pure.
And pure gold, and blades sticking out from the wall, and a nugget the size of a butternut. Am I correct? Is that, I'm just going on memory.
Yes.
Very cool.
This is a nice little, you see how it goes right over to the top? Okay, I had the University of Windsor in here, and this has always amazed me because everything else is on a horizontal except for that. So I took it in and I had it assayed See this rock here?
Yeah.
Jeff, try to pick that rock up.
That one.
This guy? Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little guy.
Heavy?
Relatively.
That rock is 240,000 grams of iron per ton.
Okay.
It's 4,400 of copper. 2,300 of silver.
Okay.
And 2 to 4 of gold.
So that's what this seam is then.
That's
that whole
okay.
seam is
Yes.
massive with iron, copper, and some gold.
This is actually 35 different minerals.
So the rock has radioactives, bismuth, yttrium, the rare earth yttrium, everything. 37, I think it is, 37 different types of mineral in the actual seam or fissure. So this comes from way deep down. It came up from the plutons that underlie this area, probably made fractures. So this is probably a fracture that had filled in. Climbing down a TV tower, which Kim Woodside holds down here with two friends.
And the crusher broke.
You can see the quartz fissures all along here, and this is a tunnel there down at the bottom that joins on to another one of these shafts. And as I say, it's quite the distance up out of the actual mine. So I mean, there was the thought that a lot of the gold from this area was actually just being siphoned off by people in a covert way. Hence the reason they say there was only one location for the gold. So as much as in the history books it says that the gold was in one location, not necessarily the case. So this is just a really cool experience here. This is Ontario's first gold mine, 1860s. Just such a history here. If you're interested in seeing it, you want to contact Kim Woodside in Eldorado, and she can arrange for tours, but you should book them. Just history firsthand, just phenomenal. Climbing the TV tower back out of the pit. And I mean, if you're up for the jamboree, or just going up to Bancroft Cottage country-wise, I strongly recommend stopping in, preferably making an appointment actually. Kim Woodside has her website for Eldorado, and you could book a time that you can stop by, and she'll be ready for you, and she'll be able to take you out and show you the workings, and that at a pretty modest fee.